What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we have a very interesting video for you because right now, even though we are hearing and seeing there's hiring signs all over the place, that right now we have just a record number of companies that are looking to hire you to come and work for them. But the truth is, nobody's hiring. There may be a lot of signs, but it does not mean people are actually getting hired. So I want to break down what's going on, why the economy is in a very interesting situation, and what we could see very soon moving forward. So I'll break all that down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates, and now let's begin. So why are we seeing all these signs that say hiring? Why are all these companies looking to hire more employees, but yet at the same time, they're laying people off and sending them packing? Well, I have a few comments that I was pulled from a few videos I did over the past few weeks. Some of these are interesting because this is exactly what I was warning people of about 8 months ago, and it's happening now. But what's crazy about all this is we are actually getting some other reports and some numbers that are actually almost lying to us. Look at this. It says the U.S. adds a much better than expected 272,000 jobs in May. However, the unemployment rate went up to 4%. So how does unemployment go up, but yet we added 272,000 jobs? How does this make sense? Well, here's the interesting part. According to our Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, even he says he doesn't believe the jobs numbers. And if he doesn't believe them, why should we? Well, here's what's going on. And this is what I think is, well, interesting. We are seeing all these signs that businesses are hiring, but yet when you go and apply, they may not even call you back. Some are going to ask you to come into an interview, and yet they never follow up. Some are going to ask you into the interview, then ask you how much you want to get paid, and then that's where they stop. But listen to this. Listen to what this person had to say. In a comment, this person writes, and I quote, "You need to stop telling people that businesses are hiring. They are not. I have applied to 20 different positions, all of which I am more than qualified for. I have done 16 interviews, and nobody has hired me. All these were for an office manager position, which I have done for the past 7 years. Nobody wants to hire somebody that is qualified and knows it. They want cheap labor." Now, what's interesting about this comment, I said this before, that you are going to see all these different companies. You're going to see McDonald's and Burger King, and you're going to see hotel chains and dental offices and law offices. All these different companies are going to have signs in the windows and ads on the internet saying that they're hiring. Fill out an application. You send us your resume because we are hiring. We want you to work for us. Well, guess what? They want you to work for them if you're willing to accept a little bit of a pay cut compared to what the current employee is making. If you want more, sorry, we can't do that. Oh, even though you have more experience and you have more references and you have more skills, sorry, we can't do that. We can only hire you if you are better, but we can pay you less. That's where things get interesting. Listen to this one as well. This person says, and I quote, "Just because there are ample jobs available doesn't mean they are going to fill them. My cousin manages a very reputable hotel here in Dallas, and he said that his hotel always has ads for new workers. However, they are looking for more qualified workers with more skills, but would accept a lower wage." And I remember you said this, that companies would start doing this once things got bad. Yeah, because it happens all the time. Historically, anytime we get into we're getting close to a recession, we're having some difficult times within our economy, we see the same thing. I remember I got a job when I was 17, 18 years old. Actually 18 or 19 years old. I got a job that I was somewhat qualified for, but yet I was going to get paid about $8 less per hour than the person that was currently in that position. Yeah, $8 less. The guy was there for like 25 years, and they picked me. They picked me at like 18, 19 years old. I wasn't there for very long. I realized I was way underpaid. I left. Okay? But that's what happens. This is something that it's not brand new. It's not new information, but all these people that are complaining that, well, there's all these different jobs available and yet everyone's struggling. Why? It's because nobody's hiring. Yes, they want new employees. They want better employees. They want employees that are going to work for, work harder but get paid less. That's what everybody wants. Now listen to this one. I think this one's interesting as well. This person writes, how does unemployment go up to 4%, but we added hundreds of thousands of new jobs? Technically, 272,000 new jobs. This doesn't make sense to me. And when I asked my professor, he said it's because many people are working multiple jobs. Is this true? Absolutely. This is exactly what is going on. The reason why because keep this in mind. Okay, all those people are still unemployed. Okay, you don't go from unemployed to working 2 full-time jobs. That's usually not the way it works. Normally it works out. You're working a full-time job, you're struggling a little bit, you want to get a little more money into your bank account, so now you go get a part-time job. So you have a full-time and a part-time. Here's the crazy thing. Some people have 2 full-time jobs, and that really hurts our numbers because now it shows that the economy is doing just spectacular. But in reality, we're not. Certain people are doing great and making a lot of money. But again, they're also putting in, 16 to 20 hours in a day just working, right? Driving to and from work. That's not something you can do, 5 to 7 days a week for an entire year. You will get absolutely hammered. You'll be burnt out and you'll want to quit. But again, I bring this to your attention because everybody keeps asking me, well, the economy is doing just fine. Why are you the one saying that the sky is falling? Don't be Chicken Little here. The sky is not falling. The economy is doing just fine. Well, if the economy is doing just fine and jobs numbers are great, exactly where we want them to be, then why does the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, why does he believe that the numbers are not right? If he doesn't believe the numbers, we shouldn't either. But here's something I just want to bring to your attention as well. Things are going to get worse. Now, during the summer, and we see this all the time, we're going to see the jobs numbers go up. You know why? Because these are seasonal jobs. People are going to go work at, the water slides. They're going to go work at the beach locations. Hotels are going to increase staff. We see this. Restaurants, same thing. More people eat out historically during the summertime than they do in the wintertime. So guess what? They're going to increase staff. Now, the retail chains, right, the clothing stores, the Gap and the Old Navy and places like that, you don't see as many people shopping for clothes in the summertime as you do in the fourth quarter, right around wintertime. So because of that, they actually hire less. But again, they've already hired the people that they need. Now they just have to work the hours. It's the other locations that are going to see a hiring increase. So that is what we're expecting here in the near future. But the one thing I just want to leave you with is knowing the fact that just because a business puts a now hiring or help wanted sign in the window does not mean they are hard up for people. It usually just means they're trying to find somebody better than who they currently have. But I want to leave you with this. If you currently work in one of those locations, let's say it's a retail store, and you see a help wanted sign in the window, just understand if somebody comes in with just as much or even more experience than you and better skills, but yet they would accept a smaller wage, well, your job might be going very soon. So we'll see what happens in the near future. I promise you one thing, I will be here every step of the way, and I'll fill you in on all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.